Hello, my wonderful people. I greet you all. I beg you. I saw one disturbing headline here. Somebody might ask, how does this relate to where we are going? My brother, it have a lot to do to where we are going. Because if the international community, we hear that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have been in detention, or rather an incarceration, illegal incarceration for 4 years, almost going to 5 years. And the most prominent people in the Biafra land, from Igbo descent, whom the world knows that exist, never visited Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And they hear this news of Peter Obi going to all the way from Lagos State, where he resides, down to Ekiti State, or maybe from Abuja down to Ekiti State, all in them of to go to visit Dere Farotimi, and also to go to beg Afe Babalola to release Dere Farotimi. My brother, it is a call for concern. The world will even see the Igbos as never serious people agitating for their freedom. Peter Obi visits Afe Babalola to beg for embattled activist release. In that same news, even the Yorubas is against Peter Obi visiting their own brother. There was a place I saw this thing posted, I think Obedient Grassroots, where everybody they unleash what they call the venom of abuses they released upon Peter Obi. If causes we kill somebody, my brother, by now they will have write rest in peace, RIP, on Peter Obi's picture. This one is not a matter of Yorubas. I mean, a matter of Igbos attacking him now. If you go there now, you will find out that majority of people that commented on that his visit to Ekiti State condemned that visit. In fact, Peter Obi have belittled himself to the extent that even nobody, even tout, even madmen on the street will curse him, abuse him, and use the derogatory words against him, simply because he is trying everything to see himself either being vice president, because president they cannot give him. Even anybody or any presidential candidate he stand as vice, stand 99% or even 100% of losing that election. All this thing Peter Obi is doing to make sure he become an errand boy to the Fulanis, to the Hausas, and to the Yorubas. Let me ask me and you that is here, unless maybe I was sleeping and I didn't see the news, or maybe the news did not appear where I used to scratch for news to bring to my people. Have you ever heard that Peter Obi called for the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? Maybe, or maybe I don't know. Have you ever heard that Peter Obi went to DSS in Abuja, where he resides, to visit Nnamdi Kanu? Maybe. You can correct me if I am wrong. But for me, to the best of my knowledge, Peter Obi have never done that. Peter Obi is the same man who came out, tell the whole world that Biafra died 54 years ago. That was what he said during the time of campaign of being an errand boy to the Fulanis and to the Yorubas. He told the whole world that Biafra have died 54 years ago. Can you imagine that? As if that one is not enough. Now, Peter Obi now have rubbed it on the faces of all the whole Igbos, including the people that supported him, that called him, that said they are obedient. All of them now have turned against Peter. Peter Obi don't have any single integrity again before anybody, as long as that Nigeria country is concerned. Who do us, and how do we get to this bridge of Gawa Gawa de Hemma, Lawa Lawa de Hemma? That is where we are today as an Igbos. I'm not talking about Biafra. What I'm talking about, Igbos. But as for Biafra, we are going home. But we, the Igbos, we need to go back to the drawing board. We have missed it a lot. Peter Obi going to beg Afe Babalola have never even for one day, even if a tweet, begged for the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, or even begged on behalf of the people who want to visit Nnamdi Kanu that they should allow them the access to their leader, Nnamdi Kanu. Peter Obi have never done that. As I'm talking to you now, next election being 2027, Peter Obi will never amount to anything because he have sold all his integrity. Peter Obi now have built house, mansion in the northern Nigeria. In fact, every blessed day, Peter Obi is going to the northerners, not east, not west, and not central, eating with Almajiris. The other day, he was in Yola. The question there is, who do us? The international community lambasted Peter Obi for that move. Sowore, who is a brother to Dele Frotimi, condemned that move. Are you going to beg Afe Babalola to release Dele Frotimi as if Dele Frotimi is guilty of as charged, when you never take him to court? That no any court of competent jurisdiction that have confirmed that truly Dele Frotimi defamed Afe Babalola. They say he who alleges must prove. That is what the law says. And the people who arrested Afe Babalola and his lawyers and they said that let Dele Frotimi come and prove to them that all he wrote in his book is true. You are the one that alleges. You are the one that got him arrested. Then what are you waiting for him again to come and prove to you? I know the one that you need to prove your case before the magistrate or whatever court you find yourself. That is the country they said Biafrans have to be in the same with it. A country that don't know anything about rule of law. A country that will come out, ordinary civil case, police will just come from nowhere, carry AK-47, manhandle people, arrest you, and threaten you that if you do anyhow, they will shoot you and nothing will happen. And they will shoot you. And the next thing you hear, we are doing investigation, and that is the end of the case. That is the end of the case. That is the end of Solomon Grundy. The dead can never wake up to speak. Where is Iboja? Have anybody ever heard about the case of Iboja again? It have died like wildfire. That is how they keep on mutilating our people on daily basis. Both IPOP and IPON. Indigenous people of Biafra and indigenous people of Nigeria have been on this course. Every blessed day, they keep killing them. But when you come out and tell them that look at what they need to do to get freedom for whatever they are being charged to, they will call you all manner of names. Let us read the news. And also let us read where Sowore tell our brother that he is not needed, that nobody need him to come and intervene for their own brother. They know how to do it. Sunday, Igboho was released. Sowore was freed, not because Peter Obi talk anything on, because he go there to visit. So they have called him, they said, we don't need you. You should get back to your country and go arrange your own Biafra. And he's busy truncating and propalangulating here left, right, and center with the money they contributed for him for the last election. He keep on sharing it to the northerners. But his own side, there's nothing. Peter Obi have been passing our express and see what is happening, how our side have been militarized. Peter Obi never for one day. At least if you cannot command, you beg for the governors of the states and the federal government to reduce all those criminals on our highways. But he have right, he can drive all the way from Lagos or from Abuja to Ekiti State, which is how many hours journey. But inside that Abuja where he resides, DSS is not far from him. Even the court is not far from him. To attend the court, each day that Master Nnamdi Kanu is going to court. We are the architect of our own problems. We are the one that went out there to wash our dirty linings on the public that made the public, the other regions, to see us finish. Peter Obi is one of them. I said this on my last video, and I still repeat myself. If Peter Obi is another Ziki, another Nnamdi Azikiwe, that is what Peter Obi will be on the tongues of the Igbos. I can tell you this. Go and write it somewhere. And Peter Obi is going to end like Tuba Okadibo. It is not a cause. I'm not abusing him. I'm not cursing him. But what I'm telling you now, from all indication, that is what is going to play out. Believe it or leave it. With time, you will come back and tell me, Okute, you said this thing. No matter how careful he is. He don't eat with Almajirabi. No problem. Very soon, already let us read the news. Oga visitor. But your own brother is languishing in prison. You cannot visit him. Nonsense. I beg, like, share, comment, and make sure you subscribe to my channel for more interesting videos coming your way. Peter Obi visits Afe Babalola to beg for embattled activists. Former presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi has visited Nigerian legal luminary Afe Babalola SAN in Ado Ekiti State. Obi has pleaded with Babalola to consider the situation of human rights lawyer Dele Farotimi, who has been remanded at the Ekiti prison. Babalola has come under intense criticism from several Nigerians since it petitioned the police to arrest Farotimi. On Monday, the court granted Farotimi bail in the like sum of 50 million naira and a surety in like manner. However, Peter Obi has decided to try and mediate between the two lawyers. A social activist, Moses Paul, posted pictures and images of Peter Obi's visit to Ado Ekiti on X and wrote, "Today, Mr. Peter Obi traveled from Lagos to Ekiti State, dedicating the entire day to meaningful engagements." They call it meaningful engagements. So he traveled from Lagos to Ado Ekiti for 7 good hours just to see Afe Babalola, to display his stupidity, because that is stupid. Peter Obi, as far as I am concerned, is very stupid and useless human being for making that move. While his own people are being subjected to all manner of inhuman treatment, he never visited them to at least to console with the people of the Southeast. People who gave you 98% of their votes. He visited Are Afe Babalola at his office within the Afe Babalola University, where they had in-depth discussions on critical issues, including the situation of activists and lawyer Adere Farotimi. Following this, Mr. Peter Obi proceeded to the prison facility where Adere Farotimi is being held. In a private meeting, he expressed solidarity and engaged in a candid exchange aimed at addressing the prevailing challenges. Then let us see what Sowore talk concerning this matter, because what do they call him, from Sowore, where he told him he is not needed. Sowore condemned Peter Obi's visit to Afe Babalola. Human rights activist and former presidential candidate of the African Action Congress, AAC, Sowore, has condemned the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, over his visit to legal luminary Are Afe Babalola SAN. This is coming hours after Peter Obi's closed-door meeting with Afe Babalola. As part of the visit to Ado Ekiti, or Ekiti State rather, Obi also has some reasons with the detained activist Dele Farotimi in prison on Monday evening. Reacting to the visit on X on Monday night, Sowore wrote, "I condemn those who went to beg Chief Afe Babalola today over unjust detention and prosecution of Dele Farotimi. The delegation led by Peter Obi did colossal injustice to the struggle to drain the swamp of judicial criminality in Nigeria. That visit of Peter Obi alone have justified what Afe Babalola did to Dele Farotimi. The guy exposed the criminality and injustice in Nigeria justice system. That is what he came out. He said it the way it is. And what happened? You go there to beg him. If you travel all the way from Lagos to Ado Ekiti to see Dele Farotimi, maybe that one can be understandable. But going to beg, that means what Afe Babalola did was right. That's why he went to beg him and telling him to calm down and free Dele Farotimi. As if there's no law again. Well, that means even you, Peter Obi, that is going to court, don't even trust that the judiciary can dispatch justice in the case of Dele Farotimi. That is what it means. Let us continue. Obi's action is like forcing Rosa Parks to return to the back of the bus of racial injustice during the civil rights era in the United States. The struggle continues. Hashtag free Dele Farotimi now. Daily Post report that Obi's visit was reportedly arranged by a prominent Yoruba leader to find an amicable resolution to the legal issue between Babalola and Farotimi. So if Yorubas now want to send out somebody to go and meet Afe Babalola, it is Obi now that are going to send. So automatically now, Obi have already agreed to become their errand boy. That is what is happening now. That it was being sanctioned by a prominent Yoruba leader is the one that sent Peter Obi to go and meet Afe Babalola. So all the whole prominent Yoruba we know today, both Olusegun Obasanjo, both past and present president and governors House of Rep members, none can be able to send to Afe Babalola. So automatically now, Peter Obi is now their stooge. He is now their errand boy. Wahala. Farotimi, who was arrested in Lagos on Tuesday, was arraigned before a magistrate court in Ado-Ekiti on Wednesday on a 16-count charge of defamation of character against Afe Babalola. On Friday, December 6, 2024, the Nigerian police filed fresh cybercrime charges against Farotimi at the Federal High Court in Ekiti. The Federal High Court on Monday, December 9, granted Farotimi 50 million naira bail. As of the time of filing this report, his team is still working on performing or rather perfecting his bail conditions. Peter Obi. So now at the end, the Biafrans have lost him. And I'm very happy we lost him, sir, because he's of no use to us. Peter Obi is of no use to us. Moving forward, according to the news I saw here from Minister of Agriculture and whatever they call it, he said Tinubu has said he wants to take Nigeria to a position where no man goes to bed hungry. That means where no man can go to bed and sleep and die. Because that is what is happening in Nigeria today. Policies that have never yielded any single result for over 1 year and are still giving Nigeria hope that never existed. That is, this one is the high height of hypocrisy and psychophancy. The Minister of State for Agriculture and Food Security, Aliyu Abdullahi, has said that Bola Ahmed Tinubu's vision is to take Nigeria to a position where no man goes to bed hungry. How many people will remain there? And because he used 4 years now to take, they are trying to implement the policy and it will yield the fruit in the next 4 years. And that means that is how they will put you on hold. It's the same thing they told you during the time of Buhari. You see what you are seeing hearing now on during the time of Tinubu, the same APC. We were. Continue. He insisted that the president is committed to improving Nigeria's food security. Aliyu stated this during an appearance on Channel television program on Monday. The minister noted that the federal government has rolled out programs to ensure food security in the country and improve the life of its citizens. As part of the renewed hopeless agenda, because of food security is on the front burner in the agricultural sector, it is the mainstream of Nigeria's economy. It is expected to also play a critical role in the economy as means of poverty alleviation and gender inclusivity. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is seriously concerned about our food security situation. Let me add that many times he will say to us, his vision is for us to take Nigeria to a position where no man goes to bed hungry, Abdullahi said. However, food prices in Nigeria have surged sharply in the past year, contributing to the widespread hardship among citizens. The impact of the removal of fuel subsidy in May of 2023 has compounded the situation, sparking protests across the whole nation. I hope we are making a headway. We are making a headway. Now, the current news on the line is that Kemi bad notch, bad notch over the ingredient Nigeria. The girl don't go US or can't get position there. Yoruba girl can't talk say me don't allow Nigerians to me to enter UK. Say Nigeria no be country, now state and capital. Shetima tackles Kemi Badanoche over the ingredient comments about Nigeria. That is what you're about to listen. Okay. Vice President Katim Shetima has called out the newly elected leader of the UK Conservative Party, Kemi Badenoch, for her critical remarks about Nigeria. Speaking on Monday during the 10th annual migration dialogue held at the State House in Abuja, the Vice President addressed Badenoch's comments, stating, Kemi Badenoch, the leader of the British Conservative Party, remains a source of pride to us, despite her attempt to discredit her country of origin. She is entitled to her opinions and even has the right to drop Kemi from her name. So you believe that, right? And you said is your daughter Dowago no there. Ndara. However, this does not change the fact that Nigeria is the greatest black nation on earth. Lie. 1 in every 3 or 4 black individuals globally is a Nigerian. By 2050, Nigeria will be not only support the United States, but will also become the 3rd most populous nation in the world in terms of corruption. Shetima also underscored the vital contributions of the migrants to societal progress and economic growth. Well, I know they finish you. Reaffirming the government, Nigerian government's dedication to safeguarding migrant rights and recognizing their positive impact on national development, according to Shetima. Bednoch, a UK member of parliament of Nigeria descent, faced criticism in 2022 after accusing Nigerian politicians of misusing public funds. Despite her recent election as UK Conservative Party leader in November of 2024, effort by the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission (NITCOM) led by Abike Dabiri Erewa to engage her have reportedly gone unanswered. She don't want it because Nigeria is not a country. That is state and capital. Let us listen to this vice president of Nigeria and also the president of Boko Haram in the northeast, northwest, and north central. Let us hear what he get to tell us. Because according to him.
The co-founder of Facebook was Eduardo Luis Sabirin, born in Sao Paulo, Brazil, of Jewish Brazilian ancestry. Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, was a migrant from South Africa. He owns SpaceX and now X, formerly Twitter. I can name names. Sergey Brin, the co-founder of Google, is worth over $30 billion. He's of Russian background. Rupert Murdoch, the chief executive of News Corp, is of Australian descent. Madeleine Albright, who became the United States Secretary of State, was of Czech origin. Steve Chen, the co-founder of YouTube, is originally from Taiwan. Immigrants build nations and immigrants build civilizations. One of the men in the front seat here has a thriving business in Namibia. He lived in Australia for over a decade, adding value to the Australian economy. Hence, there is a need for us to respect and cherish immigrants. Migrants are the source of life in all societies.
Are you sure?
Rishi Sunak, the former British Prime Minister, is originally from India. A very brilliant young man. He never denigrated his nation of ancestry, nor poured venoms on India. Kemi Badenoch, the leader of the British Labour or Conservative Party. We are proud of her, in spite of her efforts at denigrating her nation of origin. She is entitled to her own opinions. She has even every right to remove the Kemi from her name. But that does not underscore the fact that the greatest black nation on earth is the nation called Nigeria. 1 out of every 3-4 black men is a Nigerian. And by 2050, Nigeria will surpass the United States, will be the 3rd most populous nation on earth. 1 out of every 3 black men will be a Nigerian.
I don't hear I'm finished now. He called the names of people doing well. How many Nigerians do you call? None. How many of them do you call in all these things you mentioned? You mentioned Google, you mentioned Facebook, you mentioned this. How many of them do you call that can say they are Nigerians? One name, go and sit down. Yeah, what I said? Go and sit down, Shetima. You don't know what you're saying. You're only making just noise. Rishi Sunak does not degrade his country of origin simply because the country is doing well. The country came from nothing to something. Why Kemi cannot degrade Nigeria? Whereby 2022, he criticizes Nigerian government officials or how they are misusing the funds. And every Nigerian turn against her. calling her names are because it's in UK. That's why she have every right to open her mouth and make a lot of statements. I mean, unguided statements. So when she have the opportunity to speak or to fight back on the kind of insult that she received from Nigerians, from you self in particular, because all of you, whenever somebody come out now and say the truth about how you people are vandalizing the national wealth, or rather the God-given wealth of the nation, all of you will turn against that person. So now you expect her now to come and say good about you. Thunder, we no get break. I go fire all of you. Ndara. If you come out tomorrow now and condemn how you have been going out there as a Boko Haram commander and commander-in-chief, when she said it now, you will be looking for her head. Don't worry, that head is too far from you people, eh? It's too far from even the terrorist Fulani headers. My people, I beg, now here we go take a break, like, share, comment, and make sure you keep subscribing to this channel for more interesting videos coming your way. I still remain your one and only Amanda Neze, reporting from the platform of Okute Daily Talk. Now here, every finance conversation is taking place both morning, afternoon, and evening, including midnight. Until I come your way again, bye for now. Kemesiano.